more of this than this instead of Mopar stuff. But that's alright. We're pushing forward, pushing on. Here's a current sitch, as the cool kids say. The 350 is ready to be dropped in. I got the new clutch and pressure plate. Had to buy a different one than the 327 used. Simply because the flywheel, that's a flywheel for a 94 model TBI motor, which that is, and clutch, pressure plate, etc. And it used a larger clutch. That pressure plate didn't seem that it would fit on here. So we went ahead and upgraded. The other stuff was pretty wore out anyway. I got the new throwout bearing in. It fits nicely. I got those pipes trimmed back. I may have to cut them back further because we're going with headers. And, oh, I blacked out the engine bay. Y'all may can tell that. It looks a little nicer. Paint it black, put it back. My current deal is the steering box. We're putting a power steering conversion kit on here. By we, I mean me. And disc brakes in the front. So I figured while the motor was out, I'd be able to do that swap a little easier. Which those parts come from Classic Performance Products. I've never done a kit like this before, but there's a box and there's those instructions. Tells you everything you need. We might have to update the steering column. I don't know. They recommend that you see, they give you even, I'll show you over here. I poured the stuff in this clutch box, but they give you some bracketry you got to weld on. I'm gonna have to stick that ear on somewhere and some tie rod ends. There's all kinds of crap, but I'm gonna have a fun day getting that thing mounted up. And if the stars align, I'll get the motor dropped in. If not, I'll do it next time. But y'all hang out. I'll show you the headers that I bought real quick. All right, so these are some good Summit Cheapos G9006 headers, small block Chevrolet. It's about the cheapest long tube option out there. I just set them in for now. It looks like they'll work. I don't know about when I put my new steering box on, it might hose me. And I can't tell, I don't remember how far forward the engine is, if that starter is going to clear or not, but we'll find out. Also, I've got a good welder and a Sawzall. I need to move a couple tubes, but I hope that I don't have to, obviously. They do make some shorty headers and some mid-length headers I was looking at also. That might be a little easier for me if I just send these back, but I won't know until I get the motor dropped in. Can't get the motor dropped in until I put the steering box in. And yeah, all I need to do is go to work. So y'all hang out. Contact. Alright, tighten me up a little bit more. Okay. So, still don't see any other holes lining up, but this one
looks more natural when you put that tab on it.
Yeah. But I might have to go ahead and do a little cutty cut. Maybe not. I just don't. I didn't want to cut it and us be in the wrong spot, you know. It definitely looks better to me.
It looks more natural, like every other one.
Did that make any of the other holes line up?
Not likely.
None.
If you get on the instructions, it probably says don't worry about that.
47 other holes in there. It'd be a lot cooler if they did. You want to try the bottom first?
Yeah, let's go to this original bottom one we had here.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yep.
Okay. I wouldn't do it too tight.
Oh, that was my spacer I dropped. Just leave that one like that. Alright, let me contort.
Let your conscience be your guide.
That's just it, I can see it. I was like putting my
I don't see a bolt yet.
really.
Mm-mm. There it is. All right, hold up. Let me put my spacer in. Come back out.
Trying.
A little bit. Okay, now push through. Okay.
Wow. That's gonna be interesting.
That hole right there. What we're shooting for.
There's no dexterity. You can't do anything.
I mean, it's turning. I just don't know if it's.
Actually caught grits.
Oh man, that feels different.
What do we do?
I guess just hold it or I don't know. Let me take this top one out or way loosen it. That felt like it shifted gears in. Like that feels really easy. Lower. Hey, would you look at that? Alright. Hold that thought right there and maybe balance the box on. Alright. Alright. Hold up. Spacer slipping. Okay. I'm gonna hold that perfectly kind of like that.
Trying to thread it back with one finger.
Oh, that's last time I did this. Sorry.
The crap, really? We need to come up and bound. No smart spots. Not really.
Can put. We can. I put the Tweedledee on it last time. Yeah. Where's the camera down? You'll see it.
I'll watch it.
It'll watch you. All right, let's wrap it up for the day. It's getting dark. So had to open up the disc brake conversion kit, get that bracket out and those bolts so that I can mount this fork onto that original bracket. You can see I kind of got it cleaned up with the wire wheel. Looks pretty decent. Apparently these things have king pins in it, and if you notice this one, let me back up a little bit, looks a little loose. So maybe you can hear that. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and get one for both sides. I'm assuming there'll be a major pain to replace. I've never done a kingpin before, but there's a nut right there and a bolt going through. I'm sure if it comes out, maybe it just slides out real easily. I don't know. Maybe you have to drive it out with a hammer and a press and a torch and all that. But I got the power steering pump mounted. That's basically what the whole day project was. Getting those 4 bolts to line up. I had to drill 4. That's where the old shock mount came off. You can see it there. And just got it tacked up. That top mount tacked. And then I ran out of wire, of course, on the welder, but it's good and solid. I'll have to take off the giant cancer warning. Everybody wants that on their steering box, but I'm assuming with this kit, you've got to basically cut through this inner fender somewhere so that you can get to the column hole, which is right here. Get out a little bit. So that's going to have to end up going through. Maybe it can cut back that way, but in my mind, it's going to take a shaft and a couple U-joints. They sell that in the kit, I think. So that'll be exciting. There's that bracket. You can see how much welding I got done on it before. Like I said, I ran out of wire, but all in all, not a bad day. I actually could have, I guess I didn't realize it because the stock steering box went there. I could have put the motor in today and had it all plumbed up. Maybe even got to start it, but I was thinking that box would go there, and then come to find out it goes on the outside of the frame, as you just saw. So here's the aftermath. There's all the 10,000 tools and hammer that I needed. I got parts boxes strode everywhere. I got 350 Chevrolets thrown in the floor. Old column. Got new rotors, calipers. There's that header again. I test fitted that one. It looks pretty good. But yeah, just stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. But right now the Charlie Brown's gonna be floating for a minute till I can finish that other stuff up. But I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks to Benny Bullock for the help today. My back hurts a lot less because you were here, so I appreciate it, bud. Everybody else, here's another Chevrolet video for the week. So I'm gonna try to get this thing knocked out. I'm looking forward to seeing it drive down the highway. But anyway, thank y'all for watching.